not too much down on the bus. Boy, humble talk, never really fuss. Just show out when you show up and give me the, 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 and I'll give you the. Maybe you, maybe you, maybe you, maybe you, maybe you, maybe you.
I think you unlocked a new part of me. That's what you want, making faces that I ain't never seen before. Switching places to keep you on edge. I wanna make this last for you. It slips right through my fingers, taking you high to low, and I'm losing control. Oh, you wrap my hair around your hand and you hold me. Can you take it? I want you to know what you're in for. Can you take it? Build you up to watch it all fall down. Can you take it? I want you to know what you're in for. Oh, can you take it? Build you up to watch it all fall down. I wanna give it to you like it's the last time I'll get. Don't you get tired on me tonight. I wanna watch the sunrise on us. I wanna know you inside and out. Without a doubt, I'll make you proud. Can't tap out now. I want you to say you need it. Say you're feeling. Tell me that I'm the reason you wanna stay up all night. Can you take it? I want you to know what you're in for. Can you take it? Build you up to watch it all fall down. Can you take it? I want you to know what you're in for. Oh, can you take it? Build you up to watch it all fall down. Can you take it? What you're in for. Can you take it? Watch it fall down. Can you take it? What you're in for. Can you take it? Watch it fall down.
We locked at a high, take up on my time. Looking at your lips after sipping on some wine. Faithful conversation, you ain't hesitating. Think it's getting comfortable, that right and there's some places. Oh, I like when you pull on my hair. I like when you got nothing to wear. Baby, the way you make me move, call it a lovely drunk affair. Hey, 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 hey.
let me look at you. Girl, you bad, yeah, you know you bad, you a criminal. When you laughed and told me you would take my heart, I took it literal. But it ain't like I'm needing it back, you know that you treated the best. You know that I mean it is fast, there's never no need for no question. I can see us really living, loving life forever, baby. Wouldn't it be crazy if we just live in love so strong, so unconditional, ride like love so full, so wouldn't it be crazy if we just live in love so strong, so unconditional, ride like love so just what I feel when I see you, yeah. Turn me on like morning light when I feel you, yeah. Easily lost in the feelings you give me and ain't tryna find my way back. Ain't no other woman like that. Whatever you want and deserve, you can have it. Damn right, you the bomb, baby, ignite it, yeah. Let's go, no rush, though I'm excited, yeah. Delighted, yeah. That I could be anywhere in the vicinity. Thankful to be here. Wouldn't it be crazy if we live in love so strong, so unconditional, ride like love so.
think you unlocked a new part of me. That's what you want, making faces that I ain't never seen before. Switching places to keep you on edge. I wanna make this last for you. It slips right through my fingers, taking you high to low, and I'm losing control. You up to watch it all fall down. Can you take it? I want you to know what you're in for. Oh, can you take it? Build you up to watch it all fall down. I wanna give it to you like it's the last time I'll get. Don't you get tired on me tonight. You up to watch it all fall down. Can you take it? I want you to know what you're in for. Oh, can you take it? Build you up to watch it all fall down.
got nowhere. Baby, the way you make me move.
question. I can see us really living, loving life forever, baby. Wouldn't it be crazy if we just live in love so strong, so unconditional, right? Like love so full, so wouldn't it be crazy if we just live in love so strong, so unconditional, right? Like love so just what I feel when I see you, yeah. Turn me on like morning light when I feel you, yeah. Easily lost in the feelings you give me and ain't tryna find my way back. Ain't no other woman like that. Whatever you want and deserve, you can have it. Damn right, you the bomb, baby, ignite it, yeah. Let's go, no rush though, I'm excited, yeah. Elated, yeah. That I could be anywhere in the vicinity. Thankful to be here. Wouldn't it be crazy if we live in love so strong, so unconditional, right? Like love so.
Hey y'all, what's poppin'? How y'all feeling? It's your
What's good, fam?
You love to talk TV with, and the incomparable
Allie Nick, giving it to you when I give it to you, but always in the nick of time.
Okay. And we are back for another episode of Our Sisters Keeper right here on Erica Vane TV. We are doing the Dear Mama episode 19 from season 6 of Tyler Perry's Sistas live after show. And I think we got a lot to talk about. But before we get into the episode, shout out to all of y'all. Thank you for your patience.
Yes.
We are showing up and showing out for y'all. Allie is not necessarily feeling the best. So we're going to send her all the healing wishes, all the healing prayers, all of the rest up and whatnot, you know. And then your good sis has decided that the world is doing a lot. The world is doing a lot. So I took a glass of wine and now I'm on my second glass of wine. So at this point, because I am definitely a lightweight. I have not been drinking. So y'all gonna get what y'all gonna get, and y'all gonna give your good sis grace. That's just the only options today. I didn't know I cussed the white person out at 6 a.m. this morning on TikTok. And now we is at 7:58 Pacific Standard Time, and we are showing up to talk about sisters. And y'all gonna give your good sis grace, right? Right?
Absolutely. Yes, it is extended.
How are y'all feeling though? Before we get into the episode, let us know how you're feeling in the chat. Again, shout out to y'all for your patience and waiting and going in and punching in your ratings. Me and Allie are going to go ahead and read some of those as you also share how you're feeling, what you're doing in your neck of the woods, in your neck of the world. We're going to go ahead and connect a little bit before we jump into this, because I ain't even going to hold you. This episode, I have thoughts. What about you, Allie?
Oh, girl. I got a whole bunch of thoughts. I'm gonna just go out and
we want to shout out.
Let's shout out some people. The people that's here.
Erica James is a member of the channel now. Shout out to you. Thank you for joining the membership, honey. I appreciate you.
Yes.
I love this. Shout out to all the members in the chat. Shari, I saw her. Kelly Hester Jones. Hey, boo, hey. Money Green Tay's gonna be popping in here pretty shortly, I believe. Kimberly Felder. And then all of y'all. So Emma James, or not Emma James. Was it Emma James? Emma Jones. Johnson. Emma Johnson was first in the chat today. Mimi Loves Pieces up in here. Jasmine Stewart. Tamara. Jade Tucker. What you seeing for ratings, Ellie? What they rating this episode?
I saw a 7. I saw a 4 and a 3.
Okay. Come on with it. I'm seeing 8. Oh, another 4. Should we give our ratings first this time, Allie, or should we wait? How you feeling?
I give mine. I think to be fair, everybody, I fell asleep on the episode, but it was the last
Really?
scene. It was the
Okay.
last scene. It was the last scene. I'm probably gonna give this one like a 6.5.
Okay.
I'm gonna give this one a 6.5.
I ain't gonna hold y'all. It might be because I'm tipsy. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I'm gonna be 100% honest up in here. I want to give the episode an 8. But now I'm curious because if you gave it a 6.5, it's like, okay,
Well,
the Cabernet.
I was teetering between 6.5 and a 7.
Okay,
So 8 ain't that. Yeah.
so okay, let me see what some of y'all are saying before we even jump into it. Vaughn gave it a 7. The cold open, Gary Reed and Andy for filth was epic. I cannot. Not you saying Gary Reed and Andy for filth was epic. Vaughn, you so messy. Some people were not happy with Danny this episode. About time. Because when we say it, all of a sudden, we haters and whatnot. Jay Tucker, you like the music? We upgrading the live just, little bit by little bit.
Just Danielle said 5. I took 2 points off for Zach and Fatima because I don't want to see them.
Okay, I'm not gonna hold you. They could have probably left them out of this episode, and it would have been
That's
fine.
true.
It would have been fine if they would have left them out of this episode. And that's not no shade to them. It's not no hate to Fatima. It's just like their scenes were just, you could tell, to push the storyline and get them back to Heather's house, but then also to like, oh, let's throw them in this episode. They really did not need to be here. Nothing about what they added gave to the episode.
Yeah, I agree with that. And it was also that, in addition to, let's put them here so that we can throw Heather under the bus even more.
That part.
Like, it's another opportunity to drag this character, so let's just throw them in there.
That part.
Ooh, Jay Tucker said, let's go. I give Gary a 10, but the episode an 8.
A mess.
I ain't gonna hold you. I might be messy, but I agree.
Allie!
I'm gonna tell you, baby, his performance, I'm gonna say Cheeto.
Okay. Go
Cheeto's performance.
Talk your Allie.
Cheeto's performance this episode.
Okay.
Because I know a lot of people don't like my dude, and I get it. I don't like Gary either.
I am one of those
But
people.
Cheeto, you know what I'm saying? Cheeto, his ability to turn on that narcissistic, like, he did it effortlessly.
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk about it when we get there, but to me, he did it so well. Ooh, baby.
That's real.
I
I still don't like Cheeto. I'm on his ass. However, Erica might be about facing when it comes to Andrea Barnes. I actually liked her this episode. Thoroughly enjoyed her, to be quite honest. She's a highlight of the episode for me. And yes, we're going to get into it.
I like that.
We're going to get into it.
I like
I
did
not expect to
I definitely want to see where you're going.
I didn't expect to be here. I thought I had written her off and she was gone. Out Narnia, never to be found again. But alas.
Here it is.
Just like I said, I see desire to see Zach Epstein on my TV screen. Wait, Kimberly, what you rate it? What you rate the episode? Let me find yours real quick. Give this video a like, y'all. Give the live a like. 78 of y'all up in here right now. He made her look like
Jasmine Stewart. Cheeto did what he came to do. Did he not?
Not did what he came to do.
He did.
Not too much. Not too much on the narcissistic womanizer now. Not too much.
I said Cheeto, not Gary. Cheeto.
It's the I'm
Cheeto,
gonna take my belt
boy.
off and whoop your ass for me.
Baby. Baby, I wanted Tony to hit him so bad.
Jasmine, I have red wine, which this is my second glass. It's Cabernet So that's what I am drinking. The world is going to hell, and I'm over here like, you need that playlist? Oh, I actually got to link it in the description box down below, actually. So check the description box after the live, and I will put the link to each of the songs from the intro in here. Because I got you. I love those songs so much. That scene was too long and Maurice was too long. Okay. Queen Caleb gave this episode a 10. Come on, 10.
Okay.
Tammy gave it an 8 as well. Natalie C. Oh, Kimberly 6. That's what I was looking for. You gave it a 6. Okay. Where you want to start, Allie?
Baby, we gotta start at the beginning.
Do we?
We gotta start at Genesis. we gotta start at Genesis.
We gotta start at Genesis. Okay. All right. I feel like we're gonna start at Genesis, but then at some point we need to take a break to talk about the little minutia, the little 2 raggedy scenes that we didn't actually need, so we can get them out the way. But we can start at Genesis.
Okay. 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 Penelope. I felt bad for her. I really felt bad for her. Because it really made me think about just people I know in general. And it makes me wonder how a lot of women do get caught up with no-ass men. Mm-hmm. And because she does seem like, I like the fact that her and Jordan seems to have a very healthy sibling relationship. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, she just appeared, not that she's perfect, she just appears so innocent in this.
Yeah.
It's like she's fashioned in her mind, I'm going to have this fairy tale life. I got the man who takes care of me. Now I have the baby. We're engaged. Practically pretty sure probably had their whole lives planned. Mm-hmm. And then to be hit with such a curveball in such an explosive way. And I think that's one of the reasons why Danny just continued to irritate me in this episode from her performance of last week. I just felt like there was hardly no concern for Penelope's pregnancy. And I feel like Andy, of all people, really was trying to show a sense of compassion for that. And Danny she irritated the hell out of me. Yeah. She really did. And I wanted more for Sabrina because she really was just like a parrot. She just repeated. No, Andy. No. I'm like, you're really like, you're like costume jury at this point. You're here for show. Ooh. There is no substance to you on this episode at all besides the fact she drove the car. I really could have did without Sabrina, and I don't want to feel that way about my girl, but I really did.
It's given a word though.
That's how I felt. The actress who played Penelope, just like we talked about last week, I believed her in this moment of being shocked, of being hurt, heartbroken. And I'm looking at the woman who is sleeping or was sleeping with my fiance. It's one thing to be told this word of mouth by somebody else or a third party, but you hearing it from the horse's mouth. And you just met this woman. And you were excited because your brother had been talking about her. You wanted to meet her. You were happy for your brother. I just kept thinking about the array of emotions Penelope was going through. Mm-hmm. It had to be such, I just couldn't imagine. But when the men came in, Gary still was Gary. I think that's the thing about Cheeto's performance that I loved, is that he was true to Gary's nature. He didn't change. He did what he was, he did what I've seen men do in real life. It reminded me of a situation with my cousin. He was faced with the girl he was with, and then the baby, well, it was both baby mamas, but the girl he was with and the girl he was messing with. And I'm just like, he played both of them, but he made the girlfriend feel like she was worthy. It ain't nothing between me and this girl. It ain't this, it ain't that. Same thing Gary did. But baby, I'm going to hold off and I'm going to let you get yours off because baby, the words he spoke about Andy.
Listen here. Listen.
Honey.
Listen here, folks.
Honey.
I am always team black woman. Full stop.
Yeah.
Point
Yeah.
blank period. And sometimes that means being for you, hearing some that's going to hurt your feelings. It's for you walking into a situation that's going to break your heart. It's for you being thrown into something that is going to shake you at your damn core, because nothing else would have shifted the earth underneath you enough for you to move your ass on from some bullshit. And that is exactly what every last one of Gary's words that fell out of his goofy ass mouth today did for Andi. And while I understand it is hurtful, while I understand that she's in pain, I have never been more excited for this character. Ever. Ever. And that is because after this is what a real awakening looks like. After this is like, okay, you're going to have to be damn dumb and stupid to run back to that. At this point, I was screaming at the top of my lungs saying, thank you, Tyler. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Because if he has not shown her in enough ways prior to, this one is going to be the one to let you know that you really never really mattered. That he never deeply cared for you. That this was never love. At best, it was a distraction. At best, it was something to do. At best, it was a challenge. At best, you are a notch in his belt. And yes, that hurts to hear. Yes, that hurts to feel. But your ass needs to feel it. Period. And I don't want to jump around. Like, I want to go in order. So, like, reel me back, Allie, because, again, I've had a glass and a half of wine.
We can
when we get our asses to Karen's house and we're asking the right questions, and the girls are trying to pat us up and big us up and act like, oh no, I have no place in this and I have no wrong in this and I have nothing to be accountable of this. And I'm sitting there like, in my marriage material, now you asking the right questions, Andrea. This is where our growth come from. This is where we walk into being a woman that we were destined to be comes from. This is when we start to set aside silly bitch shit. Yes, I love this for you. Are you? And yes, it's your job, it's your friend's job to tell you, yes, girl, of course, you're wifey material. Of course, girl. Maybe not yet. Maybe not now. And I love it. I love that that's percolating up there for her. I love it. Every last one of them narcissistic, mean ass words that fell out of Gary's mouth, I have been so grateful for. Never in the whole course of the damn series have I been grateful to Gary Borders, but now I'm grateful. Because I'm praying that this is literally it for Andi. Like, this has to be it. So, yeah. I don't know if that answers your question, but that's my thoughts.
I know. Because I had to ask myself, I was like, why am I finding great joy in this?
Joy, Allie.
Great
when
joy.
I tell you I was sitting there with my wine, rubbing my feet together on the couch. Joy, baby. Joy. Because that's how it goes sometimes. And honestly, I get that a lot of young women are not going to feel this. It's going to seem like I'm a hater. It's going to seem like I just want this to be upset. But once you live through some stuff, once you go through what she just went through, then you realize how necessary that is when you walk into a season that you fell in love with a boy. And this is the only way out. Sometimes this is the only way out. And then she really got to exit. So when I tell you I was so happy, I was just in glee. Andi, you are free. Mama, you are free.
He is. But you know what I thought about too watching this? I said, Andi is going to remind me of that story that's told about the butterfly that kept hitting its head on the top of the jar. And once somebody opened the thing, it had a fear of jumping because it was so accustomed to hitting its head. Mm-hmm. And that's how I feel about Andi, because I feel like even though she heard this, I don't think it's enough to keep her not going to go backwards.
To Gary?
To Gary. For some reason, I don't think this is a period. I don't think this is
really?
I'm done with him. I don't. I don't. I don't.
Why not?
I don't. I want to believe it, but it's Andy, and I guess in a sense,
But
he
okay,
said things like this to her before.
It's Andy, but he's never said shit like this to her before in front of people.
Okay, I'll go with that. Okay, it hasn't been in front of people. Okay,
I think
but
I might have
yeah,
felt the same way that you felt if he did not crack her face wide open in front of her new man, all his friends, and the woman that he
yeah,
deemed worthy, as well as her friends. Baby, he
yeah.
could not have picked a better audience unless he had Karen's ass Ubered over here just to embarrass Andy a little bit more. That's the only way he could have embarrassed Andy anymore or had a better audience is if he had Karen's ass Ubered over, say, listen to this real quick, and then, all right, go ahead home. That would have been the only way. The only way the audience would have been better.
Yeah. Well, we gonna pray our sister don't turn back.
Okay,
We
wait,
gonna
no,
pray she
you
don't.
really feel like she's going back because this is Andy. But going
I
back
do,
how?
but I agree with what you said about we've never seen him do this to her in front of a crowd of people. I feel, but there are certain things that Gary has said that has probably equated to those same words, and
Mm-hmm.
she always find herself. It's like she cannot free herself from the shackle of the yoke of bondage called Gary.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't think this was enough for her. I don't know. I wouldn't be shocked if she goes back. I wouldn't.
Mm.
I wouldn't.
Okay. 1 second. I would. For whatever reason, I just feel like ass is toast. Okay, so how okay, can you tell me how she goes back to him if you feel like she's going back?
I don't know how. I think they're gonna definitely find a way to make it happen, even if it's just like a sex thing. I don't know. I don't. Andy hasn't shown me enough for me to believe that even embarrassment and humiliation is gonna stop her from. I feel like Andy something shit she told Penelope. You know, she said I thought I was gonna be where you are. So in my mind, I'm like, you really thought you was gonna go the long haul with Gary? That you were gonna be his wife? That you were gonna have his child? Now this is after you knew about Jasmine. After the Leslie, the private investigator, showed you all these women that Gary has been with. This is after this man brought a sex therapist and a model and had chick in your bed. This is after he
Yeah.
squeezed you till you was unconscious. This is after he told you your little petty house once you would be. After he's had your money seized, had just like you've gone through so much and you still would not break away from Gary. You cried in the office. You told him it was over. You told him we're not good for each other. And then you had sex with him 45 minutes later. So
Mm.
based on her track record, I don't believe she's done. I really don't. And then there's Gary. You know, she's pregnant. I couldn't tell her the truth, but you're the one I really want to be with, Andy. I don't know. And the more I thought about this episode, the more it really made me have a sympathy for Andy, because I'm like, Andy is really broken.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like the more her ego is stroked, it makes her pump her chest out. And Gary does a great job of stroking her ego at the same time breaking it. So I ain't sold yet. I ain't sold yet.
I feel that actually. How y'all feel? Do y'all think that Andy is going back to Gary? That we cannot get our hopes up? Can y'all hear us now?
We back? We back, y'all?
I think we are. I didn't add the audio to the new setup. Can y'all hear us now? I keep going in and out. Am I still on mute? Look around, everybody on mute. I think everything is hilarious right now. We should be back. Y'all, can y'all hear us?
Okay, they said we good. They said we good.
Okay. Um, Jay Tucker asked, "Do I really think that she's free?" And I really did, but I don't know if it's the Cabernet. I'm not even gonna hold you. Um, I feel like she's free because Andy cannot be trusted to make this decision on her own. And while she was currently in the process of like moving on, right, and trying to see what it was going to do or what it was going to be with Jordan, she still was thinking about Gary. She still has feelings for him. Cool. But she is yet to be embarrassed publicly by him like she did now. She's yet to be confronted with his whole real future. Like, in this way. Like, Gary has just taken the disrespect to a whole entire other level. And at this point, I feel like even if she did choose to go back, she don't really have that option because Gary might want to entertain it, but if he really don't want to lose what's her name?
Me?
Penelope, like he say he does, he can't see her anymore. So it's almost like she's free by way of like the choice being made for her, which I'll take it any way I could damn get it because Gary should have been done in her life. Like, yeah, so I do feel like she's free. And honestly, I feel like she's free and even being put in a position to ask the questions that she asks in my wifey material because this is stuff that I've been hinting at this whole entire time. Like, girl, do you really want to be in a monogamous relationship? Do you really want to be valued? Do you really like? You can't possibly want the things that you allude to the things that you say that you want, but then you're behaving the way that you behave and you accept what the hell you accept. The math is not mathing, Andrea, and you should damn know that because you're a lawyer. So now it's going to come down to, do I want to be a wife or do I want to be a thought? Pick one. Make a choice. No shame in either. Because if you choose to be a thought girl, do your damn thing. But don't be crying about these men don't love you once you choose that road. Don't be crying about being a side chick once you choose that road. Don't be crying about nobody is there for you once you choose that fucking road.
Thanks.
She's free as far as I'm concerned because what else do you need? What else do you need to know that this nigga don't love you?
I don't know. Hopefully nothing. He's done it all.
Ain't never loved you.
He's literally done it all. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Jay Tucker says, Erica, you know she going back. Maybe once she leave the penthouse for good, it's over. Oh, I don't think she's leaving the penthouse. I don't think she's leaving the penthouse. Yeah, so I think that she's free. Whether she wants to be or not, her ass is free now. Like, what are you going to do? Go back and fight his pregnant fiance, Andrea? The one who already can't fight? Who's big scary?
Right.
Like, what options do she really have if she really do even want to fight for Gary? Because she don't fight.
No, I don't know. Well, I guess the thing is because she has no problem being, as he quote, as the quote Gary, she's a side piece. She's shown us she doesn't mind that.
She has. Does this feel the same though to you as it did with Jasmine? Because I feel like Jasmine, Gary went out his way to disrespect and like propositioned it like,
yeah,
oh, I don't love her. You're actually Jasmine in this case, Andy.
Yeah. Yeah. But no, it definitely feels different. It definitely feels different.
And honestly, it felt so real. This is why I gave the episode an 8, y'all. Because aside from unnecessary scenes and distractions, I feel like so much of what we got to see tonight was really, really dropped in, was really, really specific. Shout out to the performances. As you said, Cheeto did his thing. Penelope did her, what's her name? Selena? She's from America's Next Top Model. I can't remember her name. Be on the S.
Oh, that is her. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
She did her thing. I ain't gonna hold you. The girls did their thing too. Even with Sabrina with her little old parakeet ass. Are we talking about Daniela now?
Yeah, we can go there. I
understood. Fuck it, because y'all gonna say I hate the girl anyway. Anytime I criticize anybody, I hate them. So it's fine. We're just gonna go there.
Absolutely.
I understood the whole hushing you when Gary got whatever the noise was. It's an absolute hell no. Black woman 101, of course, cool. But you already had this anxious energy. You already had this hater ass energy. You already had this misery loves company ass energy, Daniela. So like, while I give you 50% of this was like you gonna fight for your friend and you sick of Gary and his bullshit, 50% of this was also your goddamn ego. And that to me more so played out once we got to Karen's house versus when we were back at Jordan's house. Because what the hell is Karen can't date because she's pregnant? She has a whole man ready to devote his whole goddamn life to her. Pay for her whole entire salon. Buy her a damn house if she damn want to.
On down the receipts.
With the womb already full. Ready to take care of the damn kid. Just because
whether
that's something that you
not.
can fathom. Just because you cannot seem to get past your own trauma. Just because you can't see past this using and abusing you. Does not mean that that's the case for every woman. And at some point, we're going to stop pretending like Daniela is just so real red raw. And just calling it like she see it. And being honest. When the fact of the matter is she's being a hurtful, raggedy hoe. And a piss poor friend.
Yes.
I'm going to let you chime in, friend. Because I could go all day about Daniela. And I really don't want to. But I'm tired.
No. I think it's the fact that Danny, when they were in the car, I can't believe what just happened. Why can't you? Why can't you believe why can't you believe what just happened?
You forced what just happened.
This was your energy. This was your energy. This was your, this is what you wanted to happen. You wanted all the tea. That's what you said. You wanted all the tea. You wanted this woman to know. You wanted to stand up for black women who being cheated on, even though you're a cheater yourself. It's interesting.
Hello.
Danny, I said, okay, because I'm watching it and I'm like, and I've said this several times. I think I said it last week too. Just the tug of war I feel, because I feel like Danny has gone through a lot of traumatic experiences in such a short span of time. And Tyler is good for throwing a different penis in these women's faces instead of having them deal with things they need to deal with. It's like, but at the same time, this title of being real, of being honest, of being the one who's going to tell it like it is, it means nothing because you don't fashion your own life in that way. You're doing everything to avoid because you didn't want to go home. When Sabrina was like, Dan, you want to go home first? No, I don't want to go home. Why don't you want to go home? And my whole thing is now you call Karen to go drop this mess, this drama at her front door because you don't want to deal with yours. So let's go drop the garbage juice, the dumpster juice on the pregnant friend because I don't want to deal with my own stuff. What was Karen gonna do?
Hello.
Why did she need to know that at that time? Take y'all ass home. So for me, it was like I looked at Danny's. Oh, I've been looking at her sideways, but this even more solidified it for me is that I have a pregnant friend. There is nothing she can do. Yeah, this is gossip. We already know Gary ain't about nothing. Why does Karen need to know this? All because you don't want to deal with your stuff. You don't want things being secrecy, but you don't tell your friends stuff.
Hello.
You don't tell them. So it just, I know that all the characters deal in the sense of hypocrisy. I get that. But with Danny, I guess because she's so bold with hers, it's irritating for me. It's irritating.
That's real. So at Jordan's place, how did you feel about her response to Gary?
When he made that sound,
Mm-hmm.
it was seem too much. Like you had to get down on the ground and stuff. Like get down on the ground, and then I said, her and Tony, their antics. Because when he was like, I should have taken this belt off and beat your ass, I said, okay. He's like the male version of Danny. Like, Tony, you a big dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You a nice sized guy. You could have knocked Gary the hell out.
Yeah.
Your belt, you could have knocked him the hell out. Like, honestly. And I don't know, Erica, I guess for me too, because it's hard for me to like these new men.
Mm-hmm.
Because almost every third bar out of their mouth is telling the audience how great of a man they are.
Mm-hmm.
We even with Tony, we let you into our circle. Oh, so now y'all got a circle. Okay. We let you into our circle. We told you how we are. And men don't do that. Boys do that. And that's just not how we are. I said, Tony, I want to believe you.
I want to believe you.
But it's giving
But
after school
says,
special.
Hello.
You're giving me after school special, okay? You're giving me the more you know kind of, you know what I'm saying, music I'm hearing when I look at you. And it's just like, I want to be shown you're a good man. You don't have to, don't tell me.
Yeah.
Show me.
Yeah.
And by your actions, Tony, you ain't what you think you are.
Hello.
Just saying.
Did
he say he had a gun in the car?
He definitely said he had a gun in the car.
Okay. Well, he's like the Danny of the group, I guess. Music I'm hearing when I look at you. And it's just like,
I suppose.
I guess, child.
I just took that as comedic relief, and I was appreciative for it. I let out a cackle.
Yeah.
I definitely let out a cackle. I didn't have a problem with her saying anything at Jordan's place specifically, like probably only because it was taking them too long to get the shit out. They were going back and forth. You gonna tell him? If you don't tell him, I'm gonna tell him. Andy's just standing there.
Yeah.
Somebody say something. So I was glad that somebody said something to get the damn ball rolling. For me, the biggest criticism I have is for the energy that she had when she carried it. Like you said, in the car and then back to Karen's house. Because it's also like, I don't know how I feel about the girl who always had an ooh bitch energy. Like, guess what?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Everything is not a run teller situation. Andrea is looking out the damn window, looking like her whole damn hopes and dreams have just left her body along with all the blood that she has, and she ain't got a damn bit of energy, and you in the back seat talking about basically you can't wait to run tell at the Karen. girl, are we going to tend to what we need to tend to, and your friend's heart is whole broken and y'all need to be picking up her face off the damn street as y'all drive away from this damn house? Or are you too busy just trying to tell somebody else Andy business? Which one is it? And then when we get to Karen's house, y'all say all of this, you need more alcohol, which, girl, you are an alcoholic. I don't want to put that on nobody, but she's an alcoholic, y'all, and I'm going to operate as such. So if you got a problem with it, if Danny is your favorite character and you got a problem moving forward, I might not be the creator for you, because moving forward, I am saying that Danny has an alcohol abuse problem and her ass needs to go to rehab, because why do we need a drink at every fucking turn? Why do we need a drink or some type of substance to alter our state at every goddamn turn?
Yeah.
You was just drinking at their house.
I used to the words right out my mouth. Yes.
And you already know how I feel about Karen. Her with the whole you don't date when you're pregnant and all of that energy, it just gave such hater energy for me. And this is who y'all calling friend. I don't know. I'm not, you don't want to kick people and leave people when they low and down, but Danny needs something. Something has to shake her. And if it's not going to be the men going upside her damn head, it might be her friends walking away.
Yeah. Because the girls don't like Danny. They don't never let Danny talk. And the more, I felt this way in the first season. I didn't like them shushing her, and I still don't. I don't like that. But I'm like, Danny needs to shut the hell up. Mm-hmm. She needs to shut the hell up. And I was just thinking about what you said, and it's making me wonder. Is Danny really that chick that's like, oh, girl, I got to tell you something, or I got tea to spill? Or did she use Karen as the scapegoat so that she didn't have to deal with her problems? And if you did, that's even worse, because your friend is pregnant. Now, you want to tell your pregnant friend she can't date because of her situation, but you want to go over there and dump unnecessary drama that could possibly cause stress to her. It's just really interesting to me.
You want to tell your pregnant friend she can't date after she just broke up with the man she was dating? Survey says that's a fucking lie. What are you talking about?
Thank you. I was just like,
girl, are you drunk now? Is it crack? Because can't date what? Can't date who? I was just at the coffee shop with Zach the other day, and y'all saw that.
She could date and have sex. Pregnancy. If we want to be technical, a lot of men love pregnant coochie because you can't get it pregnant. She already pregnant. I'm like, girl, what are you talking about?
What are we talking about?
Don't know what you're talking about.
You're kind of forced to. And okay, so like, are we at Karen's house now? We might still.
Let's go.
Back. We might gotta go back.
Let's go.
Sabrina and Rich are interested, and I don't appreciate them playing the background the entire scene. Like, I feel like they could have definitely added more, but okay. We at Karen's house. Karen is saying that she's taking a step back and she's not dating. Aside from what the hell Daniela got to say, she's now pushing for Andy to do the same, which is 100% what Danny should do. I mean, what Andy should do.
Andy should have, yeah.
But Danny think that that's not the case because she finally found a man. These niggas are not going to save you. These niggas are not going to save me.
Come on.
These niggas are not going to save Allie. These niggas are not going to save you. If it's the right time for you to focus on your goddamn self, focus on your goddamn self. If he's really the one, he will be there when you're done. Daniela, I need you to shut the hell up expeditiously because you have no idea what the hell you're talking about. Clearly, you're speaking from a hurt and very traumatized place, and nobody's trying to put that off on you in reference to like not giving you credit and grace for it. But also, Miss Mamas, you're not the one to give anybody any healed, deeply grounded, or positive advice. You're just not. You want this girl to now shudder the idea of focusing on herself while she's contemplating if she's even wifey material, while she's contemplating the relationship that she has been in for the last 7 months, 6 of which she knew damn well that he was married and was giving him an ultimatum and was allowing him to sleep with her at 6 o'clock in the damn morning and only seeing him at that time because that's when his wife didn't actually know about it. She gets squeezed all the life out of her, passes out, gets dropped off in the middle of the goddamn country, gets the FBI seizing all of her shit, coming all up and through her house, amongst other things, for a man that she so-called love because she thinks she has an idea about goddamn love, and now she's finally at the place where she's starting to question these goddamn decisions and the man that she made a decision for. And you talk about, so, well, girl, it's already another one lined up, so don't even worry about that questioning. Don't even worry about that self-reflection. Don't even worry about that damn healing. Just hop on that new dick. Absolutely the fuck not. That's how we end up like you. We're not doing it. She's going to be by herself. She's going to focus on herself. She's going to look inside herself to figure out what about me is wifey material, because she don't damn know right now. And while y'all are telling her that she is, what the fuck can y'all point to that actually makes her wifey material? Nothing. But you want her to go swirl on somebody else's penis. Girl.
It was a lot. You said a lot. I'm going to come back to what you just said. But I got to give a shout out to Natalie Rose, because she said Danny was trying to find a date for Karen. Was she not? Did you not ask Tony if they had another friend because y'all had another friend? And he said, no, it's just the three of us. So the woman who is not able to date, per what you say, is the same woman who you tried to set up on a date with one of their friends. So I'm going to need you to make that make sense, Danny. But girl, you said a lot, because I was going to ask you, do you think that the sisters did an injustice with ANDI? Because I agree with you. She was asking the proper questions.
She was.
And she had people who supposed to be her friends. And I think this was a true depiction of what happens in friendships. Mm-hmm. I do. 100%. But when you got people who really are in tune with your health as an individual, they gonna really give it to you real rap raw, not in a sense to hurt you or to be demeaning, but it's for your growth and it's for you to really see some stuff exactly how it is. When it was like, your marriage material. Well, to answer my question, or to continue with my question, do you think they did her a disservice?
Yes, but I don't blame them because of the type of friends they are. And I know I get to be very long-winded, y'all, so I'm gonna try to pull it.
No, go ahead. I'm really curious about this.
I think that if you really paid attention, Karen was who everybody should have been paying attention to, because she wasn't just affirming everything. She was silent in specific points, and she diverted the attention, because I think she understands where ANDI is, and she understands how fragile ANDI is. So this might not have been a time to give it to her real rap raw, but it also is not the time to like pat her up as if, girl, ain't nothing wrong. And I feel like Karen was silent in the perfect moments, while Sabrina and Danny were trying to coax her and, girl, it's all Gary. It's all Gary. It's all Gary. Karen was like, well, maybe you should focus on you. Well, girl, we already know that, yes, he wasn't shit. He ain't never been shit. But, like, let's also focus back on you. Because she does have a part to play. And I think this is a very fine line to walk. So, yes, I do think that they did her a disservice. But it's so funny because I watched this scene like, I'm not Andy's friend. So I would say something completely different than what her friend would. And I say that because I'm not her friend, but I want the best for her. So I would give her much more brute honesty than what people who are truly invested in what y'all's friendship look like and give a damn about like what happens tomorrow. I don't give a damn about what happens tomorrow. I just want you to pull yourself up out of this bullshit that you in. So I feel like Sabrina did exactly what Sabrina was going to do as her version of a good friend. I don't want to go as far as to say that Danny is a horrible friend. I think that Danny's personal bullshit is what's limiting her from being a great woman in every circumstance, whether it's her romantic relationships or her platonic relationships. But she was going to do exactly what she did. And again, I think Karen was a little bit more specific than the rest of them. I don't know if there was a ton of room for them to be as honest, not as they should have been, but because I really do feel like ANDI's fragile. Like, I feel like ANDI at this point is probably on the brink of a nervous goddamn breakdown behind this boy, which is proof enough of like, girl, why are we here? But yeah, I think they did what they thought good friends would do. And yes, it was a disservice, but I don't know if ANDI could handle anything more.
And that's why I was like, I really wanted to hear your response to that, because I think sometimes we feel like, and that's why I think I have such a, one of the reasons why I have an issue with Danny is because I believe there is a time and a place for the truth, like the unadulterated, uncompromised truth. And I also feel like you have to understand where the person is, who you're trying to deliver that truth to. Mm-hmm. And so one of the reasons why I love Karen so much is because she is really in tune with Andy's emotional state. So going off on her or to say she dumb as hell is not going to help anything at the moment. Yeah. So I really love the way that she communicated with her, and almost made me think about their scene in season 2 when Karen came over when Andy was in the bed. Excuse me, it was very reminiscent of that. And I really was just happy too that they told Karen she was right. Because how often do we hear those words?
Hello.
Not often.
Also,
Not often.
since we here, let's go ahead and get a shout out to the fact that they went through this without Karen, and one of the first places they ran to was to Karen's house. So while we're running around the interwebs, using our Twitter fingers for menacing and for talking about Karen and how she's not a good friend and she's not this and she's not that, she's a lot to these hoes. Okay?
Yes, she is.
Just saying.
Yeah. She is. I mean, I was so happy. I was like, y'all finally told my dog she was right. Karen, you were right. Yeah, she was.
While y'all asses was sitting up in there with them goofy looking ass bridesmaids dresses trying to comfort her because she walked out of that wedding as she damn should. He already had another hoe pregnant. And
the internet dragged
like,
her.
Let's just go ahead and support her. Support her to do what? Walking into hell?
I made a post on my community page, and I said, I ain't forget about you, Sabrina, because you came over to Karen's house and told her how wrong she was. Nah, my dog was right.
Period.
She been right. But I'm going to see how many people I see on social media talk about how the girls gave Karen her props.
They're going to talk about everything else. They will never give Karen her props, and I'm fine with that, because that's what we're here for.
Absolutely.
That is what we are here for. Did we miss anything?
We're going to go to the insignificant scenes.
Yeah, let's do it. Maurice, we get it. You learned your lesson, but like not too much.
Yep.
Not too much.
Yep.
I don't know if I see it for this new guy, because I don't know if they have actual chemistry, like the two actors.
I didn't see it.
The whole thing just felt very awkward and weird for me.
It felt very awkward. It felt very let's just give him somebody to show interest. Same way he just got over a court case. Oh, he free. Let's throw another penis in his face.
Ooh.
He can't even have one night where he just enjoying himself with his little white friend. I forgot his name. But he just can't have a moment where he's just enjoying himself.
Right.
And like you said, I didn't see the chemistry. I didn't see the chemistry. I know you from somewhere. Oh, you work at the bank. Yeah, I go there sometimes. What's your name again? I said, it's only 2 people who work at this damn bank. You know his name.
He used to work there before he knocked the shit out of Calvin.
Right. It made me think about the intro to The Boy Is Mine with Brandy and Monica. Do you know somebody's name? You know his name. Oh yeah, definitely. I know it. Yeah, you know his name. I said, boy, get off this screen.
Hello. The thing I do like about that scene though is I like the new setting. Like I'm liking the refresh of like scenes that look so vibrant and fun. I'm like, I don't know where the hell you are, Maurice, but the girls need to come here at some point.
I loved it. Girl, I'm like a giddy child. When I see a different scene on Sisters, especially, I'm like, oh yeah. Like I even think about the when Karen and Aaron had their first date, that outside little thing they had. I'm like, this is nice. And we ain't seen it no more. But they've been wearing steam plant the hell out.
Mm-hmm.
Please, no more. Let's boycott Steam Plant.
They
No,
really have to
no
bring
more.
Steam Plant out.
But that was yeah. And
Okay,
then
next little minuscule ass scene. Your faves. In the
Gary
bed.
and Hayden.
Oh, wait, no, that wasn't insignificant. I don't count that as insignificant. I was talking about Satima.
Well, let's go there. I like talking about Gary and Hayden.
Wait, was they insignificant?
It wasn't. I mean, you know what? It wasn't. It wasn't.
I don't think it wasn't.
It
I don't
wasn't.
think it was because this is the turning point of Hayden, I think, turning on Gary.
Yes.
Psychologically. Like, they might still be
Yes.
buddy. Like, he might still try to keep it cordial, but he got his girl back, and Gary is clearly on some bullshit, and he's not trying to be Gary.
And
I
Hayden
love
ain't
that.
trying to get. I love. See, we here. We are here. I was like, look at Hayden. Hayden was like, man, you on BS, bro. Like, nah, man. I got my little thick thing upstairs waiting on. He don't give a damn.
Smitten here.
And then when Gary said, man, can you pour me a drink? He said, you ain't gonna be here that long.
I said, that's what I'm talking about, Gary. Hayden. That's what I'm talking about. You might as well call me Jill Scott that moment. That's what I'm talking about.
Baby, yes. You ain't gonna be here that long. I said, well, damn.
Don't even worry about it. Don't worry about it, sweetheart.
Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Oh my God. No. You ain't gonna be here that long? Nah.
No, I was here for
No.
that.
I was here for that.
Honestly,
The whole thing.
Of course, Gary lying makes you curious about what else is he lying about, right? But like, it was him talking to Hayden and then having to reveal to Hayden because Hayden didn't know as well, and Hayden is supposed to be the one who knows at least some of where the bodies are buried. I'm like, there has to be other women. There has to be other women in the same situation. It is not just Penelope and Andy. Like, there has to be more. Definitely. But also, this is one of the reasons why I took a point off for Tyler with this episode, because this is the point where he could have, there is no redeeming Gary. However, he could have given us some type of insight into why. Why can he not fully choose? Why can he not let Andy go completely? What is it about this? Do you want to be polyamorous? Do you feel like none of these hoes love you? Do you feel like all of these hoes love? Like, what is it? Like, Gary just makes decisions, is doing certain things, and Tyler robs us with this super huge villain character of any type of insight into his psyche. And it pisses me off. I'm not going to stop hating him, but I at least want a little bit more depth and nuance if I'm going to see his ass on the screen. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. And it makes sense what you said, because it's like, as they say, every villain has like the initial part of their story that caused them or made them this way. We have no earthly idea. The only deep background thing that we know of Gary is that his mother died in a house fire. That's it.
Child, I didn't even remember that.
And the way that Gary is acting, I'm like, are we sure that he didn't start it? You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't trust dude like that. So I don't know, but that's all we know of like his personal stuff or childhood trauma. We don't know anything else, but but like you said, there could be a number of reasons. You want to be poly, because even he told Hayden, I can't choose. I don't want to choose.
Why don't you want to choose? Okay, cool. Tyler, he don't want to choose, but why? At some point, you have to tell us why. We are in season 6, bro. You have to tell us why. He threw a bitch off the top of the parking garage. You have to tell us why, Tyler.
Yeah. 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 Ooh, Lord, that was a touch one. No.
You think Jasmine coming back?
I want her to come back. I've been putting my petition out there since she got arrested. Bring back Jasmine. Jasmine brought me some excitement. She brought me some excitement. And as much as she caused havoc, she also was a well of wisdom and warning for Andy. Because everything that Gary has done, Jasmine told Andy it was going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Every single thing. But Jasmine was just about it though. Like she just, I think I like that about her. She was just she was true to that. I like that about her. She was touched,
And
but I enjoyed her.
She had Andy's time. Okay, she was on Andy's ass.
Yeah.
Okay, so the other unnecessary ass scene.
Yes.
Zatima.
Yes.
Not only is Zach on a hunger strike, and then he can eat, and the kid can't eat, but the kid don't have no covers, and then the kid gets snatched up by the mama. Now he can't sleep.
Yeah, because he worried about where Michael's sleeping. I said, Tyler,
I cannot take him seriously. I just can't.
if you don't, and I think that's what is bothering me so much. Is because now, I think last week I said it felt disingenuous. Tonight I'm like, that's what it is. It is disingenuous. This don't make any sense. Like I get it, and I have people in my comments who really rock for Zach, and I get that, and they love to say, "Well, I know Zach ain't your favorite." You don't have to preface it with that. He's not. We all know that, but it has nothing to do with why I feel what I feel. Just look at how this mess is being written.
Mm-hmm.
There was no purpose for us to see them tonight. No purpose. And what exactly did it do? But like you said, to set up Heather B, the neighbor, to call and let them know that there's ambulance out there. They need to get there right away. Also, and I said this before, first he had amnesia. He didn't remember having sex with Heather. He didn't remember. He never saw her a day in his life. Now he can remember all these small details. It was 5 minutes. He don't even remember coming. It was $20. You remember all that, Zach? But when she showed up with that baby on your front porch, you swore to God you never seen this woman a day in your life. Now I'm supposed to believe you remember all the small details of this encounter. You was mad at Karen, and you just wanted to feel good. I'm like, you remember a hell of a lot, bro.
Okay.
A hell of a lot. I said, baby.
A little bit more than I'm comfortable with, but you know, that's just me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't like. We have to know. You know, when we get into next week's episode, right? We have to know why they are, you know, back at Heather's house. So I get that part of it, but I feel like these scenes could have probably been at the start of next week's episode, and then they could have gotten, because like,
literally,
don't nobody give a damn. We don't give a damn about what y'all are talking about right now. Like, so much of it, and I really am pulling my own teeth to try to say this, but like so much of Zach's character just feels so performative when it comes to Michael. Yeah. And it's like nothing that you can do to convince me of this. So please stop making him say it. Stop making him say he wants to be a good father when he spent the 3 weeks of him knowing that he was this boy's father, never going to go see him, but trying to get court papers drawn up so that he can make sure the money was right first. Like, stop trying to convince me that he don't want to eat, he don't want to sleep, he don't want to work, he don't want to do nothing until he saves his son from living the life that he lived, when this could have been the case from the moment that you discovered this boy, but it wasn't. And then to add insult to injury, y'all take us through a 20 episode season of Zatima where we get to meet his mama, we get to see his struggles, we get to understand the trauma that comes from his childhood. But along the way, again, we get to meet his mama and understand his mama. So now you have this character who just lost his mama, and he's demonizing a woman who was supposed to be propped up to look exactly like his mama, as if he has no empathy and has learned nothing from the course of losing his fucking mama behind some bullshit.
Yeah.
And it's not his fault that he lost his mama, but you would think after somebody loses their mama, they have a different level of empathy and perspective for people who walk the walk that his mama did. So on top of, I'm not buying you telling me that he wants to be a father so goddamn bad, but he's going about it in ways that don't actually show it. You don't have a cover for this baby, and you're going to feed his ass in the fucking morning. But then you're going double time about it to demonize this woman who is like the woman who raised you. And it might not have been right, but your ass got raised. Yes. And I hate to be one of those, right? Like, I hate to be one of those because childhood trauma is real. Like, I went to therapy about my fucking parents when I was 21 years old. Saved my life. Saved my relationship with my parents. I was fucked up because of my parents and just certain shit that went down, and that the disconnect was there. So I understand that. But in going to therapy and specifically dealing with my mommy issues and my daddy issues, I was able to learn that my fucking parents were not gods. They are people. They are humans just like me. And while some things might have been up, while some things might have been a mistake, it happens. It's life. And I make them too. So for Zach to be the flawed ass individual that he is, and then now he just wants to drag his nuts on over his mama and any other woman that's like her, it's like, sir, what? But you was sitting over her body crying, talking about, I forgive you, blah, blah, blah. You don't. You don't forgive her if you can never look at another woman who's in her same circumstances and have any empathy. You don't forgive her. You don't understand. And I cannot get with it. Like, I just can't. Like, y'all want me, and I'm saying y'all specifically, the people who have a problem with my criticism about Zachary Taylor, y'all want me to kiss Zach's ass so bad, but he gives nothing to kiss his ass for. The things that he do, if he does it, is the bare goddamn minimum. And then he works against himself by trying to be an elitist ass, bougie ass black, now that he got some money, but no fucking sense. What am I kissing his ass about? What am I getting on board about? I'm sorry. It's not enough that you're fine and you have a little bit of money. It's not enough. Because that doesn't make you a good person. We can look at our world today and realize that just because you have a lot of money don't make you a good person.
Okay.
I'm going to let you go ahead, Alex. I could go on for days about Zach. Like, this is just unnecessary because it's just giving me more reasons to not like him. More reasons to criticize him.
I know. I had a whole back and forth with this one lady who just was like, you know, you too hard on Zach. You this Zach, and Zach. And I said,
you know, it's too hard on a black man that she tells the truth about. Every black man is too hard. But it's always too hard on us.
Never that.
Y'all call me a bitch in the book, but nobody's too hard on me.
But nobody's too hard on me. We could take it. One of the many issues I have with the way that Tyler has chosen to write the character of Zach, I have always felt as though he is a character that who never has to deal with the consequences of his actions. What Tyler has shown me is that, when it's time for consequences to come up, we just gonna throw Zach in jail. Just throw him in jail. He'll be in there maybe a day or two, he gets out. Never having to be held accountable for the things that he's done. Then when it gets to a fork in the road, let's throw a baby in there. So now we got Penelope's pregnant, Karen's pregnant, and the possibility of Fatima being pregnant. Why we got all these kids popping up? You know, and it's like, that's my issue. Zach does not have to deal with anything. And going back to what you said that I thought was so powerful for those of us who watched Zatima season 2, Zach have always talked about how his mother never loved him. His mother never loved him. His mother never loved him. When they watched that videotape at the law firm, and the mom gave that speech about, boys, I gotta go, but I love y'all, and whatever. He was, I guess that was maybe his first time ever hearing the words, and he was like, I never knew she loved me, like I never knew. And my thing is, and to go back to what you said, his mom had her own journey, and unfortunately, that journey was she was addicted to drugs. And of course, it affected the way that she raised her children, loves her children, and provided for her children. And I'm looking at Zach to say, okay, your son may not be in the best environment with his mom. So because you understand and because you've already lost your mother, why is it that Zach and Heather are not working together? You have the resources. You were so quick to throw that wad of money
to try to save her because you couldn't save your mama.
Yes, and that's my thing.
It's to demonize her.
It's to demonize her. You've been literally helped the entire time you got out of prison, because you got out, you met Karen. She had a friend who worked at the airport, got you a job. You was living with her. You weren't paying nothing. Or if she kicked you out, you knew you were sleeping on Danny's couch. You always had a soft landing. Always. And now you see this woman who obviously don't have that. And that's your child. And initially, I remember Fatima was like, we should try to help her. That's what was stated in the beginning. What happened?
It's like that never became an option. That was never going to be the case. And it's just like, okay, but like for him tonight, he said, if I would have known, I would have been there from the beginning, and you would have been a bum from the beginning. You would not have been adding anything to that boy's life. You would have been a hindrance as well. But now, because we had come up on $1.2 million and we okay, now all of a sudden we better. Yeah. Like that at its core is why I can't rock with Zach. Like I just can't, because who the fuck are you to look down on people when at every turn, like you said, Allie, people have shown up for you. You have had a helping hand. You're sitting in this bed right now holding on to Fatima, talking about something. You're so grateful that you have her. You damn well should be. Because she has gone out of her way to up in her life to prioritize yours and your problems. But you can't give Heather an ounce of grace. You can't think first to let me help her. You can't even say, let me give her a little bit of rope. If she decides to hang herself. You can't even do that, because with everybody else, it's no cut cards. But with you, people need to understand your heart and your intentions. Fatima asking questions, oh, you judging me? She can't even tell the fucking truth, because that's judging you. But you okay to judge everybody else. I don't like it. Never have, never will. Uppity ass Negroes that got elites and some problems, me and you gonna always have beef forever. Because who the hell do you think you are?
Right. I agree.
So clearly another week has gone by and Erica's still on Zach's ass. Yes.
We'll forever. We might as well just get a tattoo of it. It's going to be, always there. Always there. Unless I see a change, unless I see this miraculous change that not everybody, but that a lot of people claim they see. And I'm not there.
The fact of the matter is, at the end of the day, Black men, while y'all do suffer a lot, I'm not taking that from you. While you have experiences within the society, while it's not set up for your positive growth and your thriving, I understand that specifically within the Black community. And I'm speaking from my point of view and my family. I have seen it with my own goddamn eyes. Black men get prioritized a lot in the Black household. Black men get to just skate a lot because of the societal pressures, because of the things systematically that are set out against us. Y'all don't have to hear the truth. Y'all don't get confronted. Y'all don't get to really have to deal with certain conflicts. But we the ones got to figure it all out. We the ones got to make the house work. We the ones got to do this and got to do that. So no, they don't see it either. They don't see a real change in Zach. They don't see certain things. But he's a Black man who looks good and has some money. Yeah. And that is the bare minimum. Now, actually, that's not the bare minimum. That is the board of ta-da, successful Black man. regardless of where he is mentally, regardless of where he is emotionally, regardless of where he is spiritually, and regardless of what he is or is not actually handling. If it's handled for him, it might as well be him handling it. And that's what they want. But you know, Erica don't live in the Matrix or tries not to, and it's definitely not no damn sheep. So I'm gonna call it like I see it, and again, I'm still on his ass.
Facts.
Let me see what they saying in this chat.
Oh, yeah. Me screwed up.
Oh, I gotta refresh. This is gonna refresh on my phone. Yes. Zach, it's a jackass. I don't know why that's sending me. I love it. Do y'all think something might happen to Heather? It might not be about Michael. Maybe. I don't know. I feel like Heather is very much so expendable at this point. So I think anything can happen when it comes to Heather. Tiffany Banks says, I remember that he also made sure he told Fatima it was during a breakup with Karen because that's what he told Karen in case Fatima wanted to throw that in her face later. Let's hope not. I hope that Karen and Fatima are done talking for quite a while.
Yes, please just leave each other alone.
Miriam says, in the story of Michael, after watching the TP documentary the other week, I believe the story is coming straight from TP's own background experience and Michael's and Zach's storylines. I can see that, but his mother loved him and he knew it. Even that documentary is titled Maxine's Baby. So like,
I still ain't
like Heather don't love this boy. If it is a pull, you know what I'm saying? If it's a one-to-one pull, if it's Tyler's story, you know what I'm saying? Like, why isn't the nuance of like she actually do care about you and your aunt had to come and damn near cut this man when he put his hands on you? Like, I watched it too. There was a bunch of things in there. His mother was definitely struggling, was beating all that. And why we haven't seen that? If that's the case, why haven't we seen Heather get knocked upside her head yet? I need more context, Tyler, because you're literally giving us all this Fatima conversation around them demonizing her, but you're not giving her side of the story. So you want us to pick a side without actually being able to see the full scope of things. And I ain't doing that shit with you because I don't trust you.
At all. At all. You just said that you just summed up the whole thing when it comes to Zach, Fatima, and Heather. Oh my God, the number of people that just drags this woman or chooses to demonize her. And I'm like, I can't do that. We haven't been shown that. There has been other fact that she called her son slow. People keep telling me about that. But she said he's slow. We gonna act like we don't call Churn slow. We gonna act like we don't call Churn slow. And
we gonna act like Heather ass ain't slow.
Thank you. As my friend grandma would say, baby, he just a little delayed. he just a little delayed. It happens. It does happen. It just does. And I'm like, even when you think about, let's just say for conversation's sake, he's autistic. When you look at statistically, when black parents find out their children are autistic, you're looking at between the ages of 4, 5, 6, 7. You're looking at that. Compared to Caucasian kids, their parents find out when they're about 2 years old. So I'm like, it's not and I think that's the thing that gets me. It's not a far-fetched thing. Like I have one of my good friends. Her she has a set of twin sons, and they are both autistic. One is more severely autistic than the other, but they were diagnosed like super young. Super young, they were diagnosed, and one of them is nonverbal. Like even when they were talking about how Michael isn't potty trained, her son, they turned 16 years old this year, and they were pull-ups. So that sounds like before we make Heather be the worst mother of the year, can we please find out what exactly is the issue with Michael? What's really going on with him? Because these things are not far-fetched ideals that he may be going through. You know what I'm saying? So like I really want to know. And Tyler just don't give enough. It's just oh, because Fatima don't like her, we not. So what? So what if Zach and Fatima don't like this person? What has she done? Tyler, he ain't doing a good job at it.
Done? And I need Fatima to find that energy again. Where is that we can help her out energy? Even if
Yes.
you backstab her, like, at least be coy about it. Even if you do want the kid, like, befriend her so she let her guard down. You can hide a camera or something. And do something other than what the hell we're seeing right now. Because what y'all doing right now is so trite, so judgmental, so classist, and damn egregious. And you two goofies are not better than who y'all think y'all are. Like, y'all aren't who y'all think y'all are. Y'all just not. Fatima is a hood rat. And that's no shade to hood rats, because I'm one too.
Right.
Fatima's a hood rat. She's busting caps in everybody's asses, and she putting people's head through mirrors. And Zach is lucky at best. He's a lucky ass convict at best. Stop running around here like you are the damn Pope, because you're not. Stop running around here like if only I was given a chance I'd be Father of the Year. No, you wouldn't. You'd have still been at that damn airport with that white ass shirt on, running around getting on Danny's nerves. And in addition to not paying rent, you would not be paying child support. That's what would be happening.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying. If I would have knew, if you would have known, you would have been, man, Karen, you know I got to get her the money. I don't have it like that. Man, come on, man. I said, baby. Karen, ooh, because that's exactly what it would have been. It would have been so many excuses as to why you couldn't do what you were supposed to be doing.
That part.
So no, I won't hear that.
That part. Okay, what else, friend? What else we need to get into?
What else happened?
Y'all, what we miss? I feel like we've been all over the place. I am not liable for what the hell went down on this chat. I don't remember. Shout out to Red Wine.
How did you feel about? Because I laughed.
What?
How did you feel about when Jordan, I guess, attempted to bum rush Gary?
Well, I'll beat y'all. Mad at the ground. He get mad at the ground. They just choreographed that horribly. It looked fake. It looked like you wasn't gonna do a damn thing. I believed Tony more of taking his belt off than I did of Tony.
Yes. yes. I said,
oh, beat your ass. Will you? And then Gary's standing there like, you need to calm down.
He didn't even flinch.
Cheeto, you get on my nerves. You're so good. I hate it so bad. Why are you so good?
Oh, my God. Oh, that thing, when I tell you, I didn't expect, you know how you laugh at something, but you don't realize how much it really tickled you? Oh, my God. I laughed so hard at that because I'm like, no, Jordan, baby, you know.
Gonna do a damn thing in your own house. Relax. You have a weapon. I get it. Your girl and your sister right here, and they both have been done around with this man. But Gary,
right?
Gary will get a hold of you and turn you every way but loose. You better relax.
Yes. Yes. Gary, baby. When I say when Cheeto started, when Gary started crying. Ooh. Baby, it's just us, baby. Cheeto, that performance was so stellar to the fact that snot was coming out of his nose when he told, like, relax. And I was like, Cheeto, and I've seen him the other thing.
Ellie, I hate it because I hate Gary so much, but Cheeto he's dropped in. He's committed to the character. He's dropped in.
He is. I was like, whoa. Like I said, I've seen him in other things before, and he's a great actor. Mm-hmm. But I was like, oh my God. I said, this dude is good.
But he's still raggedy.
Danny's good.
You still
But
get your
baby
ass
Jordan,
whooped. Just because the men in the room couldn't have done it. Invite me next time, Jordan, to the cookout. Because I've been waiting to beat Gary's ass, okay? I have been waiting. Been waiting. Tyler, I'm available. The strike is over. I'm available to whip Gary's ass.
That is funny.
That's all I'm saying.
That is funny.
I mean, I feel like Daniela could have did it. She could have did it.
Baby.
Maybe that would have helped her too. Like she could have got out some aggression that she feeling around the trauma that she experienced. And Tyler, you need to let Danny beat his ass. You need to let Danny beat Gary's ass.
I'm glad you brought that up because there were so many things I think that happened in this episode here that I felt Danny's trauma could have been utilized. Last week I felt it could have been utilized when Tony was grabbing on her to dance. Like there was no type of reaction or response from her after Jonah then hit you, spit on you, grabbed you, pinned you down to the ground. It was just no type of, to me, natural response. And then you got Gary shushing you or making you feel like your voice is invaluable in that moment. Like I would have preferred for her to lunge at him or go at him than to drop on the ground and make it comical. Like I think that would have, because to me it could have been like the girls looking at her like, what in the world? Like I think that's what I would have wanted to see happen with Danny in that moment, but
I feel you on that.
It ain't happen.
100%. But that has been the case, honestly, with Tyler for a while now with Danny. I think that we've all been sitting back with bated breath for her to do something, show something, and I guess her trauma is manifested in her wishy-washiness towards Preston, but even that's not clear because they have a very complicated history. And again, I'm never getting up off of Preston's ass behind that damn ultimatum. So Tyler's going to need to engineer some more clear things for her to do to act out whatever trauma she's experienced, because this ain't it. None of what you're giving us is giving us an actual understandable path to see it manifest.
Yeah.
Even with the girls, like I can't tack that onto your trauma. I tack that onto your jealousy. I tack that onto your misery.
Yeah. 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 Did you ever have an issue? And this is random. This is a random question. Did you ever have an issue, or did you ever see it as an issue, of Preston using his whiteness to be able to access Danny's house after knowing her for like 3 days?
No,
or did you ever
I
think
never
about
thought
it?
like that. I struggle with seeing Preston as white. So let's start there.
Okay. Okay.
I struggle with seeing him that way. So I have to repeatedly be like, oh yeah, he's a white man in the show.
Yeah.
So I don't necessarily go there. But we're just so different. Cause I am a pop up on me type of girl. Like if you know me, do not pop up on me if I don't fucking know you and we don't have a relationship. But if we are close, especially if we are dating, I would not have had a problem with that, I don't think.
Not the popping up, but being in her house when she wasn't home. When she was like, how did you get in here? He was like, oh, the landlord let me in. And he probably knew her for like a week at the.
See, I think for the first after it happened the first time, where she didn't really make any issue about it. Like if I had a problem with it, I would have made it an issue, and it would have never happened again because I would have made it an issue.
Right.
Because she didn't make it an issue, I never really looked at it like it was an issue until she double back later, and it's like, girl, he done got in your house 5 times already, and you
Right. Right.
So for that specifically, I guess no, I don't have a problem with him using his whiteness. I didn't feel like he was using his whiteness. I feel like he was using his relationship and his proximity to her. And honestly, he was lucky to do it because I literally had a cousin, first cousin, like first cousin, he basically my brother, pop up on me. I'm
Right.
from Baltimore. We're from Baltimore. He flew to California and didn't tell me he was coming. Showed up at my damn house. My HOA lady,
Wow.
we have a gate. My HOA lady was like, "You're a male looking for a woman. I don't know you, never heard of you, never seen of you. I'm not letting you in nothing. I don't know what you're here for." And that was my cousin. So I don't know. Preston is lucky that the landlord did that. Yeah, that's my take on it.
Okay.
Those things were never really
I,
that egregious to me. I felt like that showed that he really cared. It showed that he wanted to be around and he wanted to do something. And honestly, when you think about the setup of the story and to know where we go from there, of like, you don't know how to date a black girl, that to me becomes like evidence in his corner of like he was trying. He was trying to show up. He was trying to be present. He was trying, but you know, yeah. Did y'all have a problem with it?
I always wondered. I always was curious about that. Because I'm like, I'll give you the popping up unannounced. I'll give you that. But the fact that we had a dinner, we had sex, and then 2 days later I get home from work and you're in my house cooking. It reminded me of that scene in A Thin Line Between Love and Hate when Brandy showed up
Ooh.
cooking breakfast
I
in
would say
Martin
that
house.
he had that vibe to him than I would have. He didn't have a thin line between love and hate energy to me.
He didn't. He didn't. But I guess my thing is, I don't know you like that. Yeah, I did give it up. Okay, I did that.
Okay. And
But I
that's the
don't know
T.
you
Like
like
Erica
that,
is
bruh.
not giving it up to just anybody. At that point, once we have now, my
I
whole
get
life
it.
is an open book. Like
I get
that is the last frontier. What else is there? But that's just as for me in my house. Like you will come into my house a lot much quicker than you will come there. Go to that place, sir.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I feel you.
after I sleep with you, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
But again, I'm not Daniela. I'm not just sleeping with whoever. I
Right.
don't need to itch and scratch that bed by randos. I just don't. It's not. It's just that's not me.
No, yeah, I'm good. I'm good on that. Good on that. Oh, excuse me.
Jordan jump, kick, stomp, tried to rush Gary, all at the same time. He looked like a goddamn game character, like Super Mario or something.
Girl, when I say laughing,
I was like, is he
laughing.
about to implode? Demetria says, I agree, Allie. I know someone who has an autistic child that was diagnosed at 1 year old and he's still wearing Pampers at age 4. See?
Yeah.
Tyler is right there for you. Wait, Heather and AC are delayed. Who's AC? Who's AC? What else did we miss, y'all? This episode had more long scenes. So like at Karen's house, at Jordan's house, they were very, very extended scenes that took up the like majority of
That's
the episode,
true.
which made it
That's
feel a little
true.
bit different. I think we really touched on everything, huh?
I think yeah, that's what I'm trying to think. I'm like, I think that's all it was. Because I had to look that first scene was literally like 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
It was literally 20 minutes.
And shout out to KJ, because that performance too, at the top of the
Her
episode.
performance was good. Her performance was and I'm glad you said that because when I kept really looking at her face in tonight's episode. When Gary was saying those things about her, I was on my phone. I put it in my notes. I said, I literally can see this woman's heart breaking. Like you
every
could.
word landed. Like
She
she
did
allowed
that. She was,
everything to like not even just every word. Like you could see, and I
yeah.
don't know her process as an actor, but it felt like KJ chose to not only let every word land, but every breath that he took to affect her. Like
Every,
his whole presence in this space doing this thing. Like you just saw the waves of like hurt,
yes.
disrespect, dismissal, betrayal. Like you
Yes.
just saw it hit her and like crash. It's just like, okay, girl. Okay, KJ.
Hey, Jay, you did that, sis. You did that. You did that.
Y'all was
That
clicking
was
on
a
all
great
cylinders
performance.
tonight.
Great performance.
I believed it.
Even in the
I buy
car,
it.
she didn't really say nothing. But I'm just like, it made me, it made me think about like being in college and you find something out about your boyfriend or a dude you dating, and you just all you can do is look out the window and just let the tears fall.
Mm-hmm.
Your girls know to kind of leave you alone. I said that was real.
That was
The
real.
I felt like this. It was so. I think you mentioned this earlier when we first started. Like this, how real it felt so reminiscent of many occasions when when we caught my friend boyfriend cheating,
Mm.
and this was the first guy she had ever been with sexually. She was madly in love with him, and this dumbass deleted all the incoming messages but did not delete the outbox. And the outbox was worse because we're seeing your responses, my dude.
Hello.
And she was just crying. She was like, you love her? You love her? And the tear hurt. I'll never forget this. It was like five of us in her room, and her tears was just falling on the ground, like on the floor,
Ooh.
on the carpet. It was just tears. I'll never forget that. And that's what I felt. Like every message she read, it was like I could see just that.
Mm-hmm.
And she was reading them out loud. So it was like you said, it was like KJ absorbed everything that Cheeto was saying. She's good. She's great.
Damn good. Okay.
She's great.
And like I said at the start, is I'm tiptoeing back in the room with Andrea now. I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna get back on board and ride for her. But I'm in the room.
Yeah.
I'm in the room.
Yeah.
I
I just
think
want to leave Gary alone.
I want her to leave Gary alone too. Um, and I think just watching her start to confront herself is just such a powerful visual and so necessary. Like again, so much of tonight's episode again rang true to experiences that we have in love and in loss. And
Yeah.
I know where she's at. Like I know the if it's not him, then it's nobody. If
Yeah.
if I don't get chosen, then I'm unlovable or I'm not. Like I know what that feels like, and she did a beautiful job of portraying that. And while this cannot be the case, it's part of the process in helping people navigate to that better place. Like I feel like this is the valley that you have to go through after such a toxic relationship as the one that she has with Gary, so that she can walk into a place of never going back to this type of valley again. But the part of her finally arriving at truly questioning herself, and not in a trite, superficial way, not in a like I think my don't stink kind of way. This was in a real like,
Yeah.
am I wifey material? I love that. Like I love that her friends are sitting there talking about, of course you are. Am I? Because I said it right when she said it. Are you? What of what you're doing right now says that? What of what how you're showing up in life? What about the woman that you are today says that you want to be or should be a wife? Let's take Gary out of it. What of what you're doing today, what you're thinking today, what you're feeling today, what habits you have today, say that you are your highest self, or you're even on the way to your highest self? None of it. Not a bit of it, Andrea. Not one of your decisions in work, personal life, friends, romance, none of them align with
Yeah.
you actually living out your best life in the form of your higher self. And that's okay. Because once you realize that, you can do something about it. You've been
You
living in
can.
this space of a fairy tale, basically, thinking that you are a woman that you're not, pretending that
Yeah.
you're a woman that you're not. And now it's like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm not her, but how do I get to be her?
Yeah. Yeah. And that's the power of when the writing is good and then the talent portrays it in a way. I'm gonna expose myself about a situation. Preface, I was 20 years old when this happened. So, but I think this is why it's so important. I think when people are writing, like to provoke certain emotions, because when I was watching Andy in this episode and when she asked that question, am I marriage material? I think when you have certain personalities or just in general, when you're trying to grow, you do have to ask yourself the hard questions and you have to answer them without bias to yourself. We tend to want to give ourselves a favorable nod. And then there are times you really got to deal with the nastiness, raunchiness, and just dirty assness of yourself. And so when I was in college, I was and also why it's important that you have to be your voice has to be the one that reigns supreme in your life, because if you listen to other people who are trying to pacify your wrongdoings, it'll keep you stagnant. And when I was in college, I had this friend and we were really cool or whatever, and out of the clear, I ain't gonna say out of the clear blue sky, he asked me one day, could we have sex? And I was like, this my dog, like, but I'm a curious person, and that is not good all the time. And so my curiosity got the best of me, and I was like, yeah, we can. So we did whatever, whatever, and it happened twice. It was during homecoming. It happened on a Friday night and a Saturday night. Um, we were both 20. We were both 20. But the thing was, he was married. He was married. And him and his wife at the time were separated, but we were so young. Him being married was not at the forethought of my mind. Like it wasn't oh yeah, such and such married. It was just like, oh my God, I forgot he's married. Forgetting that he's married doesn't change what I did. The fact is, this was a married man. And my friends was like, oh, Lee, girl, y'all both young. He ain't with that girl anyway. And in my mind, then there are certain things I've stated I would never do. And that was one of them. That I would never do anything like that. And the fact that I was 20 years old, it did not negate the fact that I disappointed me. I disappointed myself because I did something, because I value marriage, even from a young age, because that's what I was raised around. And I was like, I would never do something like that. And then when I did it, I felt so disgusted within myself. And my friends tried to make me feel better by saying, oh, it's not that big of a deal, trying to downplay my actions. And I was like, no, I was wrong. Like, I felt like I disappointed God. I disappointed me. Girl, that Sunday we went to church, I went straight to the altar. I didn't care. It wasn't even altar call at that moment. I went down and I cried. I was so disgusted. And sometimes we have to get to that place to realize, wait a minute, sis, what the hell going on with you? Not only did you do it once, you did it twice. You didn't forget he was married that second time. And you did it anyway. And so when I was watching KJ's performance, it took me back to that place when she asked that question, am I? Because you really have to ask yourself those questions sometimes and deal with the reality that no, baby, you not. Or yes, sis, you want some shit right now. And you might want to sit your ass down like Karen said. Don't deal with any men right now, regardless of what your friend over here saying. Oh, you done met a nice man. Now you want to. That ain't important right now. I'm important. And I got some stuff going on that I need to deal with, because if I don't, I'm going to find myself in a situation or a predicament or a hole that I can't get out of. So that's why when people be saying, "Oh, it's just a show," these things are so powerful
They
if
are.
we utilize them the correct way. Don't get me wrong, we are fed a lot of fluff sometimes on this show, but I will say when it hit, it hit,
It hit. Okay.
and it hit, it hit,
Thank you for sharing
it
that,
hit,
Allie. Like
it
that's
hit.
dope. Um, it hit me and her sitting there with her friends and questioning, because I feel like I had a similar moment when I realized that I loved my Zach more than I love myself, and I was
Hmm.
like, I went through these different emotions of like, I didn't even think that that was possible. I was shocked. I was confused, and then I started to feel very ashamed of like, girl, how the hell do you care about somebody else more? Like, you would die for this person? Like, it's giving, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, I went through all of that amongst my friends. So in this moment where when you start to ask yourself the real questions that you have been running from, that you have been avoiding, that have been might have been in the back of your mind as you're going through thick and thin with whoever the hell it is, but then you finally stop running and they catch up to you and you actually sit across from them and decide to deal with it, it hits. So like you said, it's not just a show. It's not just a show.
It hit.
And I bet, like, you going through what you went through, you might have thought that you would have never done it, but I bet that you never did it again.
Ever, never, will never. And then it was so bad because it was like you gotta now I've dealt with me, now I gotta deal with him. In the sense, because this was my friend. Like when I say my friend, this was my friend to the point we used to sleep together and nothing ever happened between us.
Yeah.
Like we were those kind of friends. And I think we were just both curious. You know what I'm saying? And like I'm one of those people, boy. Even at this age, I have to tame myself because if I'm curious about something, I'm like I'm gonna try that. Nope,
Not
no,
if
Alicia,
I'm
no, you're not.
curious.
Nope, you're not. So dealing with the fact of this was a situation, it wasn't a mistake. It was we weighed out the options, we did it. This can never happen again. So we never put ourselves in a position for it to happen again. And unfortunately, our friendship changed after, that happened. And it's like it wasn't even worth it.
Mm,
It wasn't like it
that
wasn't
part.
even the curiosity, but it also taught me too that you can be curious about something and you can have you can wonder, but truly weigh your options and weigh the cost of your decision. Like that was one of the things that really taught me. Weigh the cost of your decision, because once you do something, you've done it,
Yep.
and you got to deal with the consequences of your actions. And I think that goes back to one of the reasons why, again, I have such an issue with the character of Zach, because he can just do whatever. There is no accountability. There is no true assessment of self and where you fit in the equation. It's just, oh, she did this, he did this, they did this, they don't want me to. What about where you fit in?
Mm-hmm.
Where do you fit in? Money don't make you a better person. Having a new girl who you deem better than your last one, it doesn't make you a better person. Doing the work makes you a better person. Being able to accurately and intentionally being intentional in your assessment of self,
Mm-hmm.
you start chipping away at that mess. It completely transforms your mind, your outlook, your perspectives, your heart, and the places that you were once, you had calluses along your heart. Now it's soft, and
Mm-hmm.
it's like losing his mom. And I'm so glad you brought that up. You would think that would be something that softened the heart of
Mm-hmm.
Zach, and not make it so hardened towards this woman who is very similar, a similar character to your mom. And so I'm so curious because we don't get a lot of whys on this show.
Yeah.
And I need to know why he's so gung ho on just making Heather the bad person.
Yeah.
It's like I crave the no. I need to know why.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't.
Same. Same, same, same. What are y'all talking about in the chat, child? Chesticles. That's what I see.
What happened?
Naps for days, and Jay Tucker going back and forth about titties, and I don't know what that means.
Girl, why I thought that said titles, and I ain't even been drinking.
uh, Journey with Cece said y'all said everything.
Oh,
Linda O'Neill says Andy is free if she accepted because some women go back to it. That's real. Anything else, y'all? Anything else we need to talk about? Gary's gonna throw herself back at Andy with those crocodile tears. She's gonna fall for him, my opinion. You might be right, Demetria. Let's hope you're wrong, but you might be right, child. Now Jay Tucker talking about some of everything she did while we forgetting how Andy was treating Gary. How Andy was treating Gary. I have 2 glasses of wine with me. I cannot do this with you tonight, Jay Tucker. I cannot do this tonight. Are you serious? Jay Tucker.
say,
Be for real immediately, expeditiously.
and if you are serious, can you
with
put
different dudes telling him having threesomes, messing with the janitor? He was married. That's not his woman. She can do whatever she wants to do with her coochie. He left her in the country after getting arrested and had all her shit seized. This is why I can't take you men that seriously. Jay Tucker, I appreciate you showing up every chat. And don't stop coming back. But I'm about to read you right now because be for real. What she did to Gary after he put a goddamn set of what's the things that they arrest you with?
Handcuffs?
Put a handcuff on her fucking finger and then choked her? What she did to Gary when she walked in and found him in her bed with another hoe? What she did to Gary when she took him back and fought her friends because she just loved him so much? What she did to Gary when she took his cheating ass in after his wife was finna take everything from his ass because he was cheating? Babe. And then come to find out he's been cheating on her the whole entire time. So he's been cheating to the second power, probably the fourth power, but Tyler just ain't got that far along in the story yet. Jay Tucker, be fucking for real, okay? Stop it. Just stop it. What Andy did to Gary. Child.
Baby.
He lucky that he was dating Andy and not dating Erica because Erica would have been a lot more like Fatima and there would have been caps busting asses. Okay? There'll be pieces missing out of Gary's ass around with me after all the stuff that he did. That damn hedge fund, shut up. Burnt to the ground. Jasmine, get your kids because I'm going to burn that damn house down too. What car did he drive? Set that bitch on fire. Yeah. Like, Annie didn't do nearly enough of what she should have done. So while you over here talking about, well, what about what Annie did? She ain't do damn nowhere near enough.
No. Gary has embarrassed that woman too many. I think of now that you talk. Now, see, Erica, you have unlocked memories. Because now I'm thinking about how he played Andy at the law firm when he was sitting there with Jasmine, made Andy look like a plumb fool in front of her bosses and in front of her co-workers. And then I see her walking down that dirt road. If it wasn't for that cop that pulled over and gave her ass a ride. Because when she was walking, I said, baby.
No phone, no nothing, only to get back to her house being seized. talking about what Andy did to Gary. She should have put hands on him from then. He got her down the goddamn police station back and forth, cussing her out in the interrogation room while he handcuffed. And you talking about what Andy did to Gary?
What's the toilet birthday cupcake? What is that? I'm scared that I asked that question, but I am so curious. The toilet birthday cupcake? What is that?
Jay Tucker said, yes, I'm serious. She did a lot too. Come on, they was both doing each other dirty. Last time I checked, Gary has yet to lose consciousness. Gary has yet to lose money. Gary has yet to lose his job.
Okay. Why do you guys think
me going back and forth about this?
You do, yeah. It struck.
Some of you men are so unserious. And it don't mean that we don't love you, but your ass is unserious.
Oh, this was a question somebody asked. If I mispronounced your name, I'm sorry. Rajaya McCrae. Why do you guys think that Gary continued to be jealous over Andy dating different guys like Paris and Robin after he was doing the same thing, seeing other people?
Because he's a narcissistic demon who is using Andy as some type of scratch to the power ego itch.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
I think that, honestly, I think that Andy served as a benefit for Gary in many ways. I think about when he was sleeping with her, when Jasmine was going through the divorce, and she was representing Jasmine initially, and he was like, hey, I know this might be asking you to jeopardize your job, but could you get her to sign? Like, she's been vital for him in certain things. Like, I'm sorry, you're laying in bed next to me asking me to help you out with your wife who can't, like, what? I'm sorry.
And it's not funny, but it's funny because he bold. Like, Gary just was out here
Gary
doing
is bold. Gary is bold. Gary is bold as hell. And Gary knows that Andy, I said this in my review, she likes flash. She likes high-end things. And he has the funds to support her habits.
Yep.
You gonna let me do what I want. And I guess he feel like she's gonna always be there because Andy is a woman to me who she says certain things, she always go back on her word when it comes to him. That's just what happens.
Yeah.
And I think that I think it's controlling.
Yeah.
That's what I meant to ask you.
Yeah, real quick before, because to go back to the question before you go into that, don't lose your question. But when I think about people like who, and I don't know a lot about it, I try to stay my ass in my own lane and mind my business. But like, I have associated with people in the past who were like experiencing polyamory. And from what I have seen, the man involved with multiple women, but there ain't multiple men, that's a control issue. That's a power type of thing. And the same thing happens to me, or that's what I see when I see Gary getting jealous about Andy having somebody else. He can do whatever the hell he wants, but she can't, simply because he is positioned himself at a certain place. And if you go and do whatever the hell you want, that means that we're equals. And I never said that we were equals. What's your question, Allie?
When Gary told Hayden, I like Andy, but I love Penelope. Do you think he was being honest?
I want to believe he's being honest.
I do too.
But I don't trust him.
I don't either.
Because for me, it's like, how can you love her, but you can't choose her? I don't know if I believe that Gary actually know what love is.
True. But I think, like, to his ability, like what he perceives it to be, I was like, I think he's actually being honest here, which is bad because, like you said, I don't trust him.
And it could be as
But I
honest as he
keep it.
could be to what he understands
Mm-hmm.
love to be. It could be he loves her more than anybody else that he has experienced love with for whatever that damn
Mm-hmm.
period is for him. I could believe that. But then to me, that just goes back to certain. You need to start questioning if you really know what love is, because love is not being able to choose between the one that you love and the one that you don't.
Yeah.
Like, what is it? Like, are you really just that enamored by fucking around with Andy and like making her life a living hell? You already
Sad.
said the sex ain't that
That's
great,
true.
so what is it?
Yeah. But then Gary just does stuff that then makes me feel like he's a contradiction, because you just like Andy, but brother, we all remember you being on the phone with Aaron crying your heart out, saying you trying to be a better man, you trying to do this for Andy, you love Andy. A man that just likes, like, I don't, it's, I don't know, because
I mean,
that
we
was a
also got
moment.
a bunch of a whole mix of Tyler just pulling shit out of his ass is also in here,
That's
which
true
happens
too.
to be sandwiched with some decent dialogue and some really great acting. But a good mixture of this is Tyler pulled a lot of this shit out of his ass. He did a poor setup
That's
for a
true.
lot of it. Um, I don't know. Only time will tell. And unfortunately, that means that Gary got to stick around a little longer.
I know,
Lord help
unfortunately.
us. Rajia says, my guess is he probably saw Paris or Robin especially as better men than him or better for Andy, and that probably messed him up. I think Gary only pursues Andy when there's competition involved. That reminds you of somebody, don't it? Or at least it reminds me of somebody. Zachary.
Should we say his name on the count of three? One, two, three.
Zachary Taylor.
Zach. Okay.
um
Okay.
Then Money Greed says then he goes back to his conversation with Hayden. He just playing games. He is. Gary is sadistic. He is. He doesn't want her to be with anybody else. And there are people like that out there, child. Lord help
That
us.
is true.
Demetrius says, I believe him, but Andy was easy, so he can have her whenever he wants her. She's always available. Points were made, child. Points were made.
Yeah.
Which is all reasons why you don't take your ass back to that, ma'am.
Please don't,
Because you
Andy.
tried.
Please
I
don't.
think
This.
honestly, like I think that Andy believes that she loves him, but again, I don't believe that Andy truly knows what love is either. I think that more than her heart being hurt, her ego is bruised.
Yeah. I agree. I agree with that wholeheartedly. Because every time he's bruised her ego, it has driven her to be with another man.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think about when he cussed her out at that jail with that one arm handcuffed to that desk. And what did Andy do? She went out there and she called Karen. Who does he think he is talking to me like that? He was so mean to me.
He laid her ass out.
Baby, what?
The way I would have turned him every way but loose in that damn interrogation room, ain't nobody in here. I would have.
And both free. Oh, you getting punched a good 4 times. I'm a double, bam, 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 bam. You done.
They
You
gonna
gonna
look
get
at you
hit
like,
four
what happened
times.
to you, sir? Andy happy. Because,
I don't know,
shit,
man.
who are you talking to? I'm trying to help your goofy ass out. Okay, I got you.
I said, baby. It's comical.
It is. I don't remember the preview for next week, so I can't really chime in on that. Shout out to everybody.
I guess I recorded it. Let me see. 'Cause I fell asleep when I woke up. It was 10:09. I said, "Oh my god."
I'm trying to see if I can remember pieces of it. I remember watching it. But yeah, I don't remember. I ain't even gonna hold you. Y'all, Allie gave the episode a 6.5 at the start of this. I gave the episode an 8. I think that if we would have gotten more in reference to Gary's backstory and his why behind some of this goofy behavior, then we would have definitely been at a 9. If we would have had less Zatima, we didn't actually need more Reese either. We would have probably been at a 10 because it was a solid episode.
It was. It really was.
Anything else?
Have you they released all the synopsis for the remainder of the season.
Oh, did they?
I don't know if you know. Yeah.
I didn't know that. 22, 21, 22?
Mm-hmm.
I think I did 19 to 20 already, so I gotta check that out. About to jog our memory, Allie, on what happened in the preview? Or we about to get out of here?
I don't know verbatim what happened. I'm looking at it now. I ain't got my darn headphones on.
Hey, PB Laws.
Huh?
I was just saying, hey to PB Laws.
I think the thing that stuck out in the in the in the preview for the upcoming episode was Karen was meeting up with Brian.
Oh, yeah, and it's not the right price. Yes,
it's not the right price.
It's not today's price.
It's not today's price.
Which
she looked really good in this clip, though.
Listen, she looked good tonight. That hair was laid.
I said, baby, Ebony, you're glowing, sis. You're glowing.
We love this for you, boo.
She looks good.
Damn good. Okay. I'm here for it. Whatever salon drama, money drama, give us all the drama that don't have shit to do with Zach. I'm here for it.
Yes.
We're going to figure it out. We're going to find that money. It's fine. Journey with Cece says Gary gives Hayden an envelope. Y'all think he got something on Tamara? Maybe, but Hayden, ain't your ass happy? Just be happy for now.
Yeah. Yeah, well. And I think that Hayden knows that Gary is trying to, post all in his game when it comes to Tamara. So if that is the case. But I was wondering when he did give him the envelope, I was wondering if it had anything to do with either paternity or custody stuff. Because he kept telling him in tonight's episode that the baby is a legal matter. So I was wondering if it had something to do with that. I don't know.
His baby?
Yeah. Because he kept saying it's a legal matter.
Oh, if I gotta watch another no good ass man try to take a kid from their woman.
And that's the thing. I don't even think he would do that. I'm thinking he's thinking about like maybe money.
But you
maybe
had
child
plenty of
support.
money. You said that you had plenty of money. You done bought
They got plenty of money, so.
And clearly the fiance is the cheapest of the hoes. Okay. So
the fact that this flew off your tongue so effortlessly. That was fun. She did, yeah, and your fiance is the cheapest of the hoes. You got the cheapest hoe. You about to marry the cheapest hoe. I mean, it's facts though. It's facts.
It is. Like, what are we concerned about? You only gotta do is upgrade her Prius to a goddamn Caravan, and y'all cool. What? Gary, don't piss me off. That's all I'm gonna say. Don't piss me off any more than you already have. Y'all, I can't. This has been tonight's Our Sister's Keeper. Allie, we are again sending healing prayers your way.
Thank you so much.
You are at 100% tomorrow and moving forward with the rest of the holidays.
I appreciate it.
Y'all give patience and grace as we all push through and try to bring you additional content. I know that I'm behind. I know that I ain't give y'all a damn breakdown in about 3 weeks. I'm aware.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to do something about that. I'm going to try. But we appreciate you showing up live right here and being here.
Girl, I got a video I recorded. I ain't edited it yet. But it's entitled, "Is Fatima Pregnant or Not?" It's already done. I just ain't edited it and posted it. But yes, I have a lot of thoughts, and I'm gonna try to put those thoughts in video format. And I have a lot of questions from people. I'm gonna try to put those in video format. Um, yeah, yeah.
So we coming with the
Try my best.
content. Y'all give this video a like if you haven't liked it already. I think we had like 125 people at the peak of tonight. So shout out to y'all for showing up.
Yes.
Honestly, y'all, it's looking like season 7 is going to premiere very, very soon. I'm thinking that season 7 is going to premiere before Zatima season 2 premieres on BET, because that's coming, I think, on January 4th. While I was watching this, I saw a commercial for Zatima season 2 coming to BET. So if y'all haven't seen it already, because you don't have BET, they typically run them next to each other. So the 27th is when this episode or this season ends, and then that following week will be when Zatima premieres, and I'm guessing that season 7 of Tyler Perry Sistas is going to premiere right before Zatima. So we ain't gonna get no break.
It ain't no break. It's coming. It's coming right up.
And we're going to be here to keep you posted and have all these great conversations. Thank y'all so much for y'all's grace tonight, for your good sis who was clearly off the red wine.
And I wasn't at 100%, but I think we did well. I think we did well.
We did what needed to be done. And I'm here for a friend. We going to see y'all back here next week for another Our Sisters Keeper right after Tyler Perry Sistas premieres.
Absolutely.
Thank y'all again.
Good night, y'all.
Subscribe to Allie Nick if you haven't already at Allie Nick Official. You can also follow us on socials to keep up throughout the weeks. And we gonna see y'all when we see y'all.
Good night, y'all.